12th District play opens up tonight with one of the 3rd Region's top rivalries. Grayson County and Edmonson County. I mean, really, does anything else really need to be said? And a good evening here, and welcome to Brownsville, Kentucky for tonight's coverage of Cougar basketball on K105. This is the first girl-boy 12th District doubleheader of the brand new year, and we're ready to bring it to you. Sam Gormley here with you on the call. Grayson County and Edmonson County, both teams are going to play here tonight, but game number 1 features the Lady Cougars against the Lady Cats. It's been a series dominated by Edmonson County over these last couple of seasons, but you never know what could change. Edmonson County rolling, opening up the year at 4-0. Grayson County, big win last time out. They defeated Ohio County earlier this week by a final score of 51-39. They are 2-1 on the season. Coming up on our locker room show, we are going to introduce you to both teams, talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Mike McClintock, and bring you the starting lineups. That comes up and more right here on K105.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected?
Here we go!
Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready, because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looks scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
News Network. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Edmonson County High School, where it is the Lady Cats and the Lady Cougars getting ready to open up 12th District play here. And, we're just a little under 20 minutes away from tip-off in that game. For Edmonson County, 4-0. They have a new head coach, Jody Booth. He is in his first season, 4-0 record. In fact, he coached under Mike McClintock when Mike McClintock was the head coach of the Edmonson County boys. So Coach Mack very familiar with Coach Booth and this matchup. The players you'll need to know, it starts with Carrie Ann Williams, a 6'2" sophomore center. She's averaging 15.2 points and 10 rebounds per game. Really talented scorer for this Edmonson County team, but it's not just her. Jenna Cook, the junior, has been shooting the ball extremely well, and she gets to the line at a high percentage. 13.5 points, 5.5 rebounds a game. And then Shelby Souders, the freshman, just under 10 points a game, 5.5 rebounds. She has really turned into what this Edmonson County team needed of who could be that number 3 scorer for this team, on how much of a factor in this 12th district that they were going to be. And what really coming into it was really an open district as far as to which team would come out on top. And it was hard to tell which one would necessarily do it. And the emergence of Souders is going to be one of the reasons why you can really keep an eye on Edmonson County playing themselves into the favorite in that category. And it could be something that they come out ending today as the quote-unquote favorite to repeat as the 12th District Tournament champion, and it'll be interesting to see how that will go up. We mentioned Jody Booth is the head coach. He did serve as an assistant coach under Brian Jones. So we'll take under Mike McClintock. And we'll take a break and introduce you to the Lady Cougars after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day, a movement toward life-saving resources, movement toward advancing research and care, movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way.
We are neighbors, helping neighbors.
In communities around the world, when disaster strikes, we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Edmonson County High School, where Grayson County and Edmonson County getting ready to renew the rivalry today. Grayson County leads the all-time series 63-32 in girls basketball. Players you'll need to know: Sydney Perkins having a good start to the season. 15.7 points, 3.3 rebounds a contest. Bree Jones, the offense has really been coming along for her. 8.7 points and 1.7 rebounds. And Isabel Blanton as well. 6.3 points and 5 rebounds per game. Similar to Edmonson in that realm, it's going to be which of these teams can have that third and fourth scorers step up to help up the leaders. See which team, because Grayson very well could have an opportunity to convince themselves as being the potential favorite in the 12th District with a win here this evening against this Edmonson County team. Mike McClintock, the head coach of Grayson County, will take a break, talk to him, get his thoughts on the matchup after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Some days are just better than others.
I think you should go talk to someone.
It's not that easy.
Have you been thinking about suicide? You can talk to me, Dad.
It's been a tough couple of months.
The governor has declared a state of emergency, and evacuation is now underway as the storm approaches. The National Weather Service has issued a warning as it monitors this storm. Move the following counties therefore should seek.
Convoy of Hope is ready to help you prepare for the next storm. Visit convoy.org/prepare.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor. But I knew you were out there. And when we matched, It was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is...
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley now joined by the head coach of the Lady Cougars, head coach Mike McClintock. Coach, what worked against Ohio County?
Our intensity on defense, and I really liked our defense, the way we played together. We had, I think we had like 12 assists out of 22 field goals. I'll take that every night.
Bree Jones's offense over these last couple of games has really been coming along. What does that do for you all?
It just adds another weapon, and she's going to get better as the year goes on, game by game. So, we're expecting big things.
On the other side, Sutton has had a slower start to the offensive year. How can you as a coach help someone who's not necessarily struggling, but a little slower start?
Well, we need to probably give her more shots if we can because, number one, I got to keep her out of foul trouble because that's been a big problem for the first 3 games. But, if we can keep her on the floor, we'll be all right. But she just needs to get some more shots, and we need to have her around when it counts.
For you today, this is the first time as a head coach that you're coming back to Edmonton. Is that any kind of emotions for you at all?
Not for me personally. I just want to try to get a district win for the girls and go from there.
On the other side, though, you do have Jody Booth, who is a former assistant of yours. What's that like, though, going up against somebody that you know really well?
Well, it's different. In fact, his whole coaching staff, besides Coach Maddie, has been an assistant under me. So at one time or another. So I know them pretty well. They know me and. They kind of know what we like to do, what I like to do, but hopefully we can pull something off different tonight.
You have the opportunity tonight to move to 1-0 in the district. Without even mentioning the opponent, what's that do to a team?
I think it gives us some momentum. We only play one district game before Christmas. I wish we, had more than that. If the district could work it out, maybe play 2 before Christmas and 2 after Christmas. But it's huge tonight to get off to 1-0. Then they got to start thinking. If we get us 1-0, go up 1-0, Edmonson's got to start thinking. How do we get that game back?
Edmondson has the best player in the district. I don't think there's any question about that with Carrie Ann Williams. How do you slow her down tonight?
Well, we've got to try to keep the ball out of her hands. We've got to definitely keep her off the boards. But you know what? They've got more than just her, Sam. The Souders girl is playing really well. I've really been impressed what I've seen out of her. And then you throw in the Cook girl. Good guard, can shoot the ball well. They've got more than just Carrie Ann. But yes, Carrie Ann's the main vocal point.
How do you move to 1-0 in district play?
Take care of the ball. Try to get better on the rebounding and. Try to keep the ball out of Carrie Ann's hands.
Coach, good luck. More comes up in the Locker Room Show after this.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
I'm not here to fire you up. If you're not already fired up, you shouldn't be in this room. If this victory isn't worth all you have to give, then leave. But now, right now is your chance to be a part of a victory the world will remember forever. Victory over cancer. This victory isn't just happening. It isn't inevitable.
What does hope mean?
Now is our time, your time. You may save someone you love.
Time is very precious.
Today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. A victory that is there for the taking. Grab it. How was that?
Now that
was a great halftime speech. Let's go win.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Edmonson County High School, where we are just about underway here between the Lady Cats and the Lady Cougars. Let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the home team on the scoreboard, the Edmonson County Lady Cats with that record of 4-0. Junior guard Jenna Cook averages 13.5 points, 5.5 rebounds. Kennedy Swihart is the junior guard as well, 9.8 points and 3.2 rebounds. Another junior, Julie Norris, averages 4 points and just under 3 rebounds a game. Carrie Ann Williams, 15.2 points and 10 rebounds a game. And Shelby Souders, the freshman, 9.8 points and 5.5 rebounds. Once more, that lineup is Cook, Swihart, Norris, Williams, and Souders. The assistant coaches are Barry Booth, Madison Stewart, and Joseph Wells. And the head coach is Jody Booth. Now the starting lineup for the Grayson County Lady Cougars with a record of 2-1. 8th grade guard number 5, Bree Jones, averaging just under 9 points a game. Senior guard number 10, Sydney Perkins, averages 15.7 points a contest. Sutton Van Meter, the junior guard number 11, averages 3.7 points and 2.3 rebounds per game. Isabel Blanton, the junior, another one for Grayson County, 6.3 points and 5 rebounds per game. And Ella Narvaez, the junior forward, 2 points and 6 rebounds. Once more, that lineup is Jones, Perkins, Van Meter, Blanton, Narvaez. Assistant coaches are Elena Jones, Brian Jones, and the head coach is Mike McClintock. And a play-by-play of Grayson and Edmonton is next on K105.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected? Here we go! Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready, because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran, and disability employer.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, or to Edmonson County High School, where it's Grayson County and Edmonson County about ready to get underway. The lineup again for Grayson: Jones, Perkins, Van Meter, Blanton, Narvaez. For Edmonton, it's Cook, Swihart, Norris, Williams, Souders. Grayson and Edmonton's next on K105.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor, but I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
The 12th district opener between Grayson County and Edmonson County, as it should be a great matchup. I mean, when it's Grayson and Edmonson, nothing more really needs to be said than this. I do want to mention, if you're listening with us on K105, the radio coverage, our coverage at some point will end, and we will shift to just digital. It's kind of out of our control, so we'll let you know and try and give you as much of a heads up as possible. As Edmonson County controls the opening tip, they will work from right to left on your radio dial, and there's immediately a double dribble in the backcourt called on the Lady Cats as the freshman Shelby Souders takes an extra dribble. So Grayson County technically doesn't win the tip, but they're going to get the ball really first to start this basketball game, as we are just 4 seconds into the game and already a turnover for the Lady Cats. As Grayson County picked up the win, they are 2-1. Picked up the win on Tuesday against Ohio County. 3, top of the key by Perkins. She's fouled on the 3, and the shot is no good. 3 free throws coming for Sydney Perkins. The foul is whistled on Kennedy Swihart, her first, team's first. And 3 shots will come for Sydney Perkins. Perkins did a good job selling that as well, as the first shot coming for Perkins is missed for Sydney. Perkins on the season, 81.2%. She was 9 of 11 from the free throw line the other night against Ohio County. Perkins has 2 more coming, and she misses the first 2. Tell you what, you'd have to go a long time probably since Sydney's missed 2 free throws in a row. And it's one of these where you just got to take a deep breath. You're okay. The senior tries to get at least 1 to give Grayson County their lead, and she does just that. 1-0. Lady Cougars on top of Edmonson County. Just about 15 seconds into this game. Edmonson County, a perfect 4-0 record. They're off to their best start since the 2017-18 season. That year was a really impressive one. Foul underneath called on Jennings. That is her first and the team's first. And Jennings actually gets the start tonight, as in fact, that was expected. I gave you the wrong starting lineup to begin. Narvaez is on the bench, not Jennings. They got to pass it in and give it out front now to Jenna Cook, who's guarded by Blanton. To the free throw line to Williams. Williams puts it on the deck, poked away, and goes into the hands of Cook. Cook gets away with a walk up top and gives it back now to the top of the key to Swihart, who's going to run the point for Edmonson County. To Cook on the right side. She has done a good job expanding upon her scoring. Williams at the top, guarded by Jennings. Off to the right side to Swihart. 1-0 Grayson County, just about 50 seconds into this game. Into the far corner, Cook picked up by Blanton. Good man-to-man defense for the Lady Cougars. They feed Williams in the post. She got around Jennings, and Williams gets the basket. Grayson County just has no one that they can match up with when it comes to guarding Carrie Ann Williams. Williams stands 6'2", And, Grayson just doesn't have someone who can go with that. They're going to have to beat that with their guard play on the outside. Right wing Van Meter, she's left alone from 3, and 3 is just a little bit too long. Rebounded by Souders on the floor for Edmonson County. He's wearing the home white jerseys with the red numerals, a red number, or name rather, in navy blue numerals and some navy blue trim on the side. 3 by Norris on the left side's missed. Rebounded by Perkins for Grayson County. Perkins angles back towards the near side. Mike McClintock wanting them to push the ball a little bit, trying to get before Edmonson County can set up their defensive pressure, and the ball is knocked out of bounds by Swihart, and it's going to stay with the Lady Cougars. 2-1, Edmonton County on top, 6:17 left here in this first quarter of play. This will be Jones to set up for Grayson County. Her offense has been coming along very well over these last 2 games after not the greatest opening game of the season against Breckenridge County. Jones deep on the right wing, step back 3. It is off the back of the iron. Rebound pulled down on the floor by by Souders for Edmonton County. Souders bounce pass to Norris on the right wing, into the near corner to Williams, guarded by Jennings. Williams puts it on the deck, gives it back outside to Swihart. Off to Cook, sets her feet, takes the 3, top of the key, it's missed. Williams goes over top of Jennings and comes down with a loose board. Off to the right side, Souders, guarded by Jones for Grayson County. We're just about 2.5 minutes into this game. 3 off to the right side by Swihart. I don't know how that one went in, but it does. Awkward shot by Swihart, but it's Edmonton County on top, 5-1. 5:25 left here in the first quarter of play. It'll be Van Meter to run things here in between the circles for Grayson County. Trying to look for their first basket from the field. Jones picks up her dribble at the free throw line. Bounce pass to Jennings, off to the left wing to Van Meter. Hand in her face by Souders. Shot from the left side by Van Meter is missed. Jennings' rebound putback is missed on the inside, but she's fouled on the interior. I believe it's going to be on Souders. It is. For Souders, that is her first, team's second here of this first quarter. We'll have 2 shots coming for Allie Jennings. The senior Jennings is 6 of 8 from the stripe on the season, and the first one is missed there by Jennings. She was 6 of 6 to start, but has missed now 3 in a row. And she misses both there. Williams with a loose board. Free throws, Grayson County 1 of 5 to open up in this game. That's not going to get it done, especially for a team, 65% on the season. A touch foul on the inside's called on Van Meter. That is her first, team's second of the quarter. 5-1, Edmonton County on top. 4:53 left here in this first quarter of play. They give it into Norris, who's guarded by Perkins. Inside to Williams, spins towards the baseline and is fouled by Jennings, and that'll be 2 fouls on Jennings to open up. Her second, team's third. And it'll be Williams to get 2 free throws here for Edmonton County. Williams rated as the 7th best player in the region by the Courier-Journal and 9th by the Cat's Paws preseason. First free throw is good for Williams. Made 2/3 of her free throws coming into this game. Jennings comes to the bench, and in for her is Kennedy Green. Second chance good there by Williams, and it is Edmonton County on top. A 7-0 run. They lead 7-1. 4 minutes and 48 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. We're at that deja vu to the last time these 2 teams have played here at Edmonton County, where Grayson County is just really struggling from the floor to open up in the game. And then by that point, by the time the ball starts falling, it's way too late. Left wing Perkins up top, gives it off to Jones. Jones right wing Van Meter. Van Meter pulls up 18 feet right side. It is in and out. Rebound on the inside by Green, and then she has it knocked away. Loose ball into the hands of Cook for Edmonton County. Cook is working 1-on-2 and is bumped and fouled by Van Meter, and that's going to be 2 on Sutton. Van Meter was trying to get position to take the charge. Wait a second, who did they call that foul on? Well, now they're coming over to talk. It might have been, did they call it an offensive foul? It is on Van Meter. Her second, team's 4th, and that's a big foul for Grayson County. We talked about it in the open with Mike McClintock. Van Meter's one of the reasons that she's not been as much of a scoring threat early on is because she's been in foul trouble. Williams gets it up top to Swihart, swings it off right side to Souders, guarded by Jones. Into the far corner. Again, Edmonton working from right to left on the radio dial here with about 4 minutes left in this opening quarter of play. Edmonton leads 7-1. Right side, new player into the game for Edmonton County is Maggie Cassidy. Gives it to Williams, and Williams is fouled at the free throw line. She was falling down and is bailed out for a foul. They'll call it on Green. It's her first, team's fifth, and that's free throws now for Edmonton County. This Edmonton County team gets to the free throw line a lot. It's part of their offensive philosophy, and part of it is because Williams gets fouled so much because she's such a size mismatch. 2 shots coming for Carrie Ann Williams. She is 2 of 2 from the line today. You can make that 3 of 3. But a lot of this too, and probably what Mike McClintock's explanation there is, you can't call a foul every single time, is kind of the explanation he's probably trying to plead to the officiating crew. Second chance. Good. It is 9-1. Edmonton County on top of Grayson County. Under 4 minutes left here in this first quarter of play. This is where Grayson just needs a basket. I mean, they got a chance at free throws on their first possession. 3 from the volleyball line by Perkins is way off to the right. Not a good shot by Sydney. Jones is able to pick up the loose board, though, for the Lady Cougars, and then dribbles it off of her foot. And the ball is going to head back here towards Edmonton County. It's 9-1. Edmonton on top. 3:42 left in the first quarter of play. Be interesting to see when Mike McClintock might go to the timeout here. Narvaez, and a foul is called on Narvaez, guarding up the floor. More free throws coming for Edmonton County. It looked like Narvaez had pretty good position. Her first, and that'll be 2 shots now coming for Kennedy Swihart. 56.5 on the season. This will be the 5th and 6th free throw Edmonton County has attempted in the game. Grayson County does have 5 as well. First one, good. This Edmonton County team, 62.5% from the stripe. Souders comes back into the game for Edmonton County. We also have Cheney Browning into the game. 2 of 2 trip to the stripe. Edmonton County up 10 on Grayson, 11-1. 3:38 left in the first quarter of play. Deja vu to the last couple of times Grayson County has played here, where the offense has just really struggled against Edmonton County. Left wing Narvaez. Jones all alone in the corner. They don't pass it to her. Right side Blanton. Swings it off left side Narvaez. Narvaez feeds Blanton in the post, and a foul is going to be called on Williams on the interior. For Williams, her first, team's third. Passing in, bounce pass to Narvaez in the far corner. Off the left wing, Jones into the far corner. Perkins, catch and shoot 3 is an air ball, and the rebound goes out of bounds off of Grayson County. 11-1, Edmonton County on top, and I think I'm taking a timeout here. If I'm next possession, especially if Edmonton scores, your offense is out of sorts if you're Grayson County, and it's not working right now. Looping a pass off to Swihart, who breaks the timeline, guarded by Narvaez. Swihart speeds down the lane, loses the ball, goes into the hands of Perkins. Can Grayson County turn this into some points? Perkins gives it off left side to Blanton, deep on the left wing to Jones. Jones looked to get it inside to Green, didn't have a passing lane. To the right side to Blanton. Blanton feeds Narvaez on the right block. Narvaez takes one dribble off the right side. It doesn't fall in. Williams' rebound. The rim's unfriendly to the Lady Cougars. Coming down the near side comes Cassidy. Inside to Williams, guarded by Green. Takes one dribble, fires it off to Swihart. Top of the key, they feed Williams again. Williams into the near side. A 3 is up, and it is an air ball. And rebounded by Souders. She saves it inbounds, though, into the hands of Perkins. Grayson County can go 5-on-4. Souders, though, quickly gets up as Perkins couldn't quite get the dribble going in time. Perkins up top, had it poked away, gains it back. Off to the left side to Narvaez. Narvaez, top of the key, Jones, right side, Perkins. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Edmonton on top of Grayson, 11-1. Narvaez feeds it inside to Perkins. She's bumped and fouled by Williams, and there it comes, and that'll be second on Williams. At least it should be. No, it is not called on Williams. They call it on Browning. It's her first, team's fourth, and that is a lucky call there. Julie Norris re-enters for Edmonson County. Into the far corner, Narvaez. Grayson County still looking for their first field goal of the first half of play. Near corner, Green's three is up and almost puts it in. Rebound, Jones put back, it's missed. And rebounded by Souders on the inside. Souders looking for help, and a foul is going to be called on Grayson County. And that's going to be free throws now for Edmonson. It's called on Narvaez. That is her second. Now you've got 3 Lady Cougars with 2 fouls. Narvaez, Van Meter, and Jennings. Souders to the line to shoot 2. First one for the 6 of 8 free throw shooter on the season is good. Edmonson County not missed from the free throw line in this game. Grayson County on the other side, 1 of 5. I mean, it's not been good for Grayson, but if they make their free throws, it's at least a little bit better, but they're not even getting good shots early on in the game. Souders' second is good. Edmonson County all over Grayson early, 13-1. With 1:43 left in the first quarter as Peyton Bowman enters for the first time today. Bowman still looking for her first points of the season. Had some good moments last year. Good young guard for the Grayson County. On to the right side to Jones. Jones dribbles, bounce pass to Blanton, back to Jones, runs the baseline and is fouled by Norris on the drive. And that's free throws for Grayson County. Norris's first, team's 5th. And the 8th grader Bree Jones, who's shooting 63.6% from the line, will go back and shoot 2. Grayson 1 of 5, though, from the free throw line in the game. First one, no good. Lady Cougars now 1 of 6 from the free throw line. Hannah Smith set to check in at the scorer's table. Second good for Jones. And Smith is going to come into the game in place of Kennedy Green. Smith, limited minutes on the season. Averaged 1.4 points and 1.1 rebound a game in the game she played in a season ago. 13-2, Grayson County trails Edmonson. They've still yet to score from the field in the first half of play. Lots of fouls adding up as well on Grayson County. Hannah Smith guarded Carrie Ann Williams. Smith might even be taller than Carrie Ann. I mean, it's not something you see every day. 2 players standing over 6'2", guarding one another, and now Souders with another turnover. She dribbles it off of her foot. 1:03 left in the first quarter. This is where Mike McClintock, he wants to hold for 1 shot with 1 minute left in the first quarter. I think that's what I heard him say. Either that or he wants to run play number 1. Maybe that's what he's calling. Perkins on the right side. Dribbles it off to Jones with 45 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. I don't know that I'd love holding the ball for a minute. They feed it into the post to Jones. Jones spins, gives it off to Smith. Shot's too long. Rebound out of bounds off of Edmonson County. It's going to stay with the Lady Cougars underneath. 36.5 left in the first quarter. Assistant coach Brian Jones stepping up to deliver the play call. It'll be Perkins to trigger. Bounce pass into Bowman. She couldn't field it cleanly, and we're going to have a jump ball, and possession should stay with Grayson. It's very close, too, to where they could have called a walk on Norris. When she grabbed that ball, she went sliding, and your knees can be counted as a walk there. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. 13-2 Edmonton. Now the ball gets knocked out of bounds again. Perkins to trigger. Off to the right side to Bowman, gives it off left side to Jones. Now 30 seconds left here in this first quarter of play. Grayson County just looking for some points here. If you can bring this to within 10, or, in single digits would be huge here in this quarter. 15 seconds now. Jones lowers her shoulder, gets to the hole, floater from the free throw line. Good for Bree Jones. 8 seconds and counting left to play here in the first quarter. 13-4. Sweeping through is Cook, and she throws it up from half court well before the end of the clock. Blanton gets the rebound. I mean, Cook threw that up with 5 seconds left. She could have gotten to the hole. But at the end of the first quarter play, it's Edmonson County leading Grayson County 13-4. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
I'm not here to fire you up. If you're not already fired up, you shouldn't be in this room. If this victory isn't worth all you have to give, then leave. But now, right now is your chance to be a part of a victory the world will remember forever. Victory over cancer. This victory isn't just happening. It isn't inevitable.
What does hope mean?
Now is our time, your time. You may save someone you love.
Time is very precious.
Today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. A victory that is there for the taking. Grab it. How was that?
Now that was a great halftime speech. Let's go win.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Grayson County trails 13-4 as we get ready to start the second quarter of play. That first quarter offensively was ugly for the Lady Cougars. And you're down by 9. I mean, that's not great, but you are still within reach of this game. Now, the biggest thing is that foul trouble. Van Meter, Jennings, and Narvaez, those are two of your post players are on the bench with 2 fouls. Cook in the lane, gives it to Williams. Free throw line jumper blocked by Smith, and it's rebounded by Edmonson County. They give it into Cook. Her floater from 5 feet's good. I think Smith got a hand on it and ended up deflecting that shot a little bit, but Edmonson County still ends possession with points, 15-4. 7 minutes and 38 seconds left here in the first half. Bowman on the right side. It drives in on Souders, gets around Souders on the right block, gives it off to Blanton from 18 feet. Her shot's way too long, and the rebound is off of Smith and out of bounds. A lot of air balls for Grayson County on offense in this game. They're just not shooting confidently right now. 7:27 left in the first half. It's 15-4. Swihart at the top of the key, guarded by Bowman. Up top to Cook. Cook swings it off to the right wing to Souders. Souders bounce pass to Williams, and that's exactly where you want Williams. You can have her go up at the top of the key. Not a great pass by Williams. Swihart recovers, though, and spins around the lane and gets the shot on the interior. It's all Edmonton early, 17-4. Van Meter set to check in with those 2 fouls. The next stoppage of play, as is Narvaez, as is Jennings. Mike McClintock realizes he has to. Jones gets into the rim and is fouled by Williams on the drive. And that'll be free throws coming, and that's a big second foul on Carrie-Ann Williams. Team's first of the second half of play, of the second quarter of play, and you got to imagine Jody Booth isn't going to leave Williams in. Jones to the line to shoot 2. She's 1 of 2 in the game, and makes the first one rattle in. Sub in. It'll be Maggie Cassidy in for Carrie-Ann Williams. You got Narvaez, Van Meter, and Jennings all in for Grayson County. And that's even more so now with Williams on the bench with 2 fouls. Will Jody Booth put Williams back into the game in this first half of play? Second one good by Jones. 17-6, 6:47 left in the first half of play. Swihart was trapped in the backcourt and able to loop it off to Souders, who crosses the near side. Souders, bounce pass, near corner to Cassidy. Cassidy up top to Souders, guarded by Jones, the freshman. Had a couple of turnovers early. The defensive pressure is throwing fits, and she throws it away. Loose ball, jump ball, Grayson County ball. Van Meter's wrapped up from behind by Julie Norris. And Sutton was just like, please call the jump ball. And they do. 6:26 left in the first half. 17-6. Edmonson County leads Grayson. Jones breaks the timeline right at the logo. Screen from Narvaez. Jones drives downhill, gets around the defender, fouled from behind on the shot. Foul called on Maggie Cassidy. That is her first, team's second of the quarter, and Jones will go back to the free throw line to shoot 2. Jones making a living here and puts in the first one. Here's the thing, too, with her is she's going to be a player that is going to get to the line a lot, just based on how she is. And if she can do that at a high level and make her free throws at a high level, she's going to be a really, really special young player. She makes both fair, 17-8. Jones coming with pressure, knocks the ball away. Swihart's got it. Now she's going to pick up a foul. For Jones, that is only her first, team's first of the second quarter of play. That's one of those that you describe as a hustle foul. She went for the loose ball, and Swihart just got there first. Mike McClintock trying to plead the case that it shouldn't have been a foul, but and he taps Bree Jones, probably for the same reason exactly what I said, is those are the fouls that are hard to be mad at as a coach. Cook in the backcourt guarded by Van Meter. Crosses it to the far side. Swihart pulls up from 18 feet. It's way short. Rebound bouncing around. Jones got it. Working 1-on-2. Jones drives down the right side, throws up the shot, and it is out of bounds off of Edmondson. So it was missed, and Edmonson County's player, and they are going to call a technical. And I was wondering, Swihart after the play took the ball and spiked it in the air. And the lead official didn't call it, the back official did. And here's the thing. And Swihart looks up at the official and kind of shrugs at him, and that's where you got to be careful too, is that'll be Swihart's second. Jones will go back to the line to shoot 2. First one is missed. You think back, if you're a Kentucky fan, to Isaac Humphreys at the Texas A&M game back, oh gosh, it's been about 10 years ago, where Kentucky lost the game because of that. Should it be a technical? I don't think so, because I don't think Swihart was spiking the ball because she was mad at the call. At least I don't think so. But I mean, that ball, she spiked it so hard, it went higher than the goal itself. And I think that's probably part of the reason as to why they ended up calling it. 17-9, Grayson County trails Edmonson County. 5:40 left here in the first half of play. Top of the key, Narvaez swings it off left wing to Perkins, guarded by Cook. And now a foul's going to be called on Cook. That is her first and the team's fourth. They're calling this game very tight. Lots of fouls early. Now, that'll be interesting. Grayson County might have just a little bit more depth than Edmonson, but the Lady Cougars have more fouls called on them right now. Far corner, Perkins, catch and shoot 3. Got it! Perkins curled it around. She's got 4 points, her first 3 of the game, and it's a 5-point game now, 17-12. Williams on the bench, and Grayson able to take advantage of it early. Top of the key, Cook, guarded by Van Meter, who's been in the game with these 2 fouls. Grayson has 3 players on the floor right now with a pair of fouls. Top of the key, Swihart. She is the Edmonson County player on the floor right now with 2 fouls. In on Perkins, 3 at the top of the key, off balance, and somehow she throws it in. I don't know how Swihart's making these threes. Both of her threes, she's been off balance. She throws it from her shoulder, yet it goes in. Back to an 8-point game, 20-12. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first half of play. Into the corner to Van Meter, guarded by Souders. Man-to-man defense as tradition for Edmonson County. It's rare that you see them run some zone. Top of the key, Narvaez gives it off left side. Perkins back into Narvaez, double teamed, loses it, gains it back, gives it to Perkins. Shot from 18 feet, top of the key, buckets for Sydney Perkins. Keep getting her the ball. When she sees it go through, you've got to keep feeding her. Cook speeds down the lane, shot on the right side's no good, and a very late whistle is called, and I think that's going to be 3 on Ella Narvaez. It is. Narvaez goes to the bench with 3 fouls. It's only the team's second, but Jenna Cook to the line, 62.5%. And the first one's good there for Cook. Blanton came in place of Narvaez with those 3 fouls. And first miss from the free throw line for the game, and a clear foul on Edmonson County on the play. As cut around the edge was Maggie Cassidy, and that'll be free throws now for Grayson. Timeout, Grayson County. Free throws will come up after the break. 4:17 to go in the first half. It's 21-14. Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way.
We are neighbors helping neighbors. In communities around the world, when disaster strikes, we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
21-14, Grayson County trails Edmonson County. Allie Jennings is going to get 2 free throws out of the break. As we mentioned, Allie started off this year 6 of 6 from the line. She's missed her last 4. She's 6 of 10 from the stripe this season. Let's see if she can get back into that the way she started the year. And she makes it. First one good there by Jennings. It's one of these things for this Lady Cougar team. They are not a team that is going to light you up shooting the ball. Jennings makes both free throws. But they can be a good free throw shooting team, and that's where you can get offense. Van Meter knocks the ball away from Cook. Almost had a steal, but Cook, I think, unintentionally, and it's why it wasn't a foul, kind of had Van Meter wrapped up to where she couldn't go up and get the ball. It's good defense, though. It's a 5-point game now, 21-16, 4:10 left. Cook speeds in the lane, kicks it to the near corner. Up top to Souders. Now back to Swihart, guarded by Blanton. Off to Norris. Little ball fake and off into the far corner now. 21-16, Grayson County trails Edmondson. Spinning down the lane. Back up top now to Souders, guarded by Jones. Coming into Cook, back off to Souders. Ball fake, Souders back to Cook. 3 left side is good. Left her alone, you can't do that with Jenna Cook. She will hit the 3 with the best of them. Back to an 8-point game. Inside to Jennings. She bobbles the pass, gains it back, flips it up. It's too hard. Rebound, play bouncing around, and Cook, the smallest player on the floor, comes down with it. Loops it off to Souders. Souders smartly just waits and is going to wait for some help here. Guarded by Van Meter. Bounce past the far side to Swihart. Into the far corner. 24-16, Edmonson County on top in this game. Right wing Cassidy. Tight defense by Blanton. Lady Cougars sticking with man-to-man as well. Both these teams played man-to-man pretty much the entire game. Not sure I've seen any zone. 3 minutes left here in the first half of play, and now Allie Jennings going to rip the ball away from Cook, and that'll be a jump ball. And the possession is going to stay with Edmondson. Jennings, tough play there. She's got to be careful. She does have those 2 fouls. Give it up top now to Jenna Cook. 3 minutes left here in the first half of play. Deep 3 near corner by Swihart. It's off the back of the iron. Long rebound. Souders has got it. Up top, just feeding it inside. Now Jennings is going to get called for the foul, and that's going to be her 3rd foul on the interior on a pass. That is her 3rd, team's 3rd. And Kennedy Green is going to come in place of Allie Jennings. Cheney Browning re-enters for Edmonson County. Lady Cats to trigger from underneath their own basket. Off to Souders. Souders in the corner to Swihart, who's already had a couple of 3s in the game. Blanton not giving her an inch right now. And off pass to Swihart. Up top to Browning, guarded by Perkins. Browning throws it away. It goes right through the hands of Souders into the Grayson County bench. Lady Cougars will get the ball back here. 2:28 left in the first half of play. It's 24-16. If you're Grayson and you can bring this game to within 5, you got to feel pretty good going into the half, especially when you were down 13-1 at one point. Up top of the key, Perkins. Back now to Van Meter. Gets a screen. 3, right side. It's off to the left. Rebound, out of bounds off the hand of Edmondson. It's going to stay with the Lady Cougars. I thought it was off the hand of Green, but if you look, the Edmonson County student section is standing right there, and they didn't say a single word, so that probably means it was off of Edmonson. I just don't have the greatest angle. We're up in the crow's nest, up across the other side of the court from that, so it's hard for us to tell. Plays on that end. Perkins drives down the right lane, shots miss. Rebound goes through the hands of Green, into the hands of Swihart. Swihart working 1-on-2 and just loses the ball. Into the hands of Jones. Grayson County now going 3-on-4. And Jones smartly just backs it off, picks up her dribble, and loose ball. Blanton's got it for Grayson. Slaps it back off to Van Meter, and a really smart play here by Sutton. Back it off, let's slow down, and let's restart it back up. Jones on the right side. Picks up her dribble, loops it into Blanton off the right side, blocked by the rim on the interior. Great play, Blanton just got it. Now we're going to have a jump ball, and possession should head back towards Grayson. Blanton just ripped it away from Julie Norris. Aggressive play made. Jenna Cook comes back into the game. Coming out will be Cheney Browning. 1:36 left in the first half of play. It's 24-16. Left side, Jones feeds it to Green in the post, takes one dribble, tried to feed it back out into the far corner to Blanton. Blanton tried to reach for it as it was tapped out by Edmondson, and Blanton probably should just let it go out. Edmondson didn't have possession. About 90 seconds left in the first half. Give it into Souders. And Souders going to break the timeline right at the logo. They leave Swihart alone. She drives in instead of taking the three outside to Browning. 24-16. Both these teams have gone cold from the field over these last couple of minutes. Not a lot of shots off. It's been a good defensive half, though, for Grayson County. They'll give it off to Souders in the far corner. Just about a minute left in the first half of play. 24-16. Browning guarded by Green. Top of the key to Norris. Off to Swihart. Kicks to Cook. All alone three is off the back of the iron. Rebound, fighting over it. Souders gets away with a foul. And now we're going to have a jump ball, and it's going to stay with Edmonton. So one thing, when the play happens on this side, we definitely do have a good angle of it. And Souders did get away with that. 46.6 in the clock here. Give it into Swihart, guarded by Blanton. Up top to Cook, handoff pass to Browning. Edmonson County in no rush. They want to take their 8-point advantage into this half, if not even more, especially with Carrie-Ann Williams on the bench for the majority of this second quarter after picking up her second foul. Far corner Souders. Guarded by Jones, up top, 18 feet from the left wing is good by Browning. Browning's got her first points of the game, and now Grayson County throws it away. Van Meter was trying to get it to Green. Green wasn't looking, and because of it, it heads nearly out the door of the gymnasium. 16.5 seconds on the clock in the first half of play. It is 26-16. We were going to have a sub as Spainhauer tried to get off the bench in time, but couldn't beforehand. Cook weaves through, gets around three Lady Cougar defenders. Cook has it poked away, goes in the hands of Browning, off to Swihart. Swihart from 18 feet on the left side. That one's missed. Rebounded by Souders, who's fouled on the floor by Green. That's going to be the fourth team foul. For Green, that is her second and the team's fourth. Spainhauer comes into the game, and as is Williams into the game with those two fouls. And you better believe that Williams is going to get the ball right now. That's where I would almost consider putting in Smith if I was McClintock to try and counteract that. They're looking to get it into her. Perkins hits the deck on the inside, 5 seconds left. They give it to Souders in the post, blocked by Jones on the inside, and Grayson County is not going to get a shot off. The end of the first half of play, it is Edmonson County leading Grayson County 26-16. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
I'm not here to fire you up. If you're not already fired up, you shouldn't be in this room. If this victory isn't worth all you have to give, then leave. But now, right now is your chance to be a part of a victory the world will remember forever. Victory over cancer. This victory isn't just happening. It isn't inevitable.
What does hope mean?
Now is our time, your time. You may save someone you love.
Time is very precious.
Today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. A victory that is there for the taking. Grab it. How was that?
Now that was a great halftime speech. Let's go win.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Edmonson County leads Grayson County 26-16 at the half. Grayson County could not have started much worse, but have at least started to get some offense, but they couldn't probably take advantage of Carrie-Ann Williams being on the bench as much as they probably should have. Coming up on our halftime show, we will run down the scoring from this game, the scores from around the region, and get you ready for half number 2. Your score at the half, Grayson County trails Edmonson County 26-16. Lady Cougar basketball right here on K105.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected? Here we go! Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready, because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Edmonson County High School, where it is Edmonson County on top of Grayson County, 26-16 at the half here in girls basketball. Let's try to find a quick score or two from around the region. As we look around, Meade County in girls basketball leads Breck 43-34 at the end of the third quarter of play. I'm trying to see if this Davis County and Owensboro in girls basketball ended up at 29 with 5:36 left in that game. Girls basketball, Muhlenberg leads McLean 27-24 at the half. Girls basketball, Bowling Green up only 2 on Glasgow at the half, 30-28. And Barron County leads Warren East at the half in girls basketball as well. Those are some of the scores from around the region. And as I'm looking through to see if there aren't any more, and it does appear that that is most of the ones from around the region that we look and see. A final score, girls basketball, Owensboro Catholic defeats Apollo 70-27. Come back, run down the scoring for the first half of play after this. This is Lady Cougar Basketball on K105.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day, a movement toward life-saving resources, movement toward advancing research and care, movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way.
We are neighbors, helping neighbors. In communities around the world, when disaster strikes, we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever. Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Grayson County trails Edmonson County 26-16 at the half here in game number 1 of our doubleheader. Again, if you're listening on K105, again, we apologize for this, but it's a little bit out of our control. We're hoping to have it fixed ASAP, but it's not something that I can fix right now. We are going to, at some point, our radio coverage will end. And I can't particularly predict as to when. My assumption would be is at the conclusion of this girls' game, we might make it a little bit of the boys' game as well. I'm not entirely sure. But when that happens, we just ask that you go over to YouTube, the K105 YouTube, and you'll be able to watch the game that way and listen that way as well. So even you can, I mean, it's still the same. It's our radio coverage just with the video underneath of it. So if you prefer to listen, that's a way that you can do it. And again, we apologize. We're hoping that we can figure that out as soon as possible for that. But again, just watch it on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll get notified when that second game goes live. The scoring for the first half of play for Edmonson County, 10 points for Kennedy Swihart, 6 for Carrie Ann Williams, 6 for Jenna Cook, 2 each for Cheney Brownie and Shelby Souders. For Grayson County, the 8th grader Bree Jones has 10 points, 6 for Sydney Perkins, and 2 for Allie Jennings. The foul trouble is definitely a story for Grayson County. 3 for Jennings, 3 for Narvaez, 2 for Van Meter, 2 for Green. For Edmonton, it's just 2 fouls on Swihart, 2 fouls on Williams. The foul trouble definitely in favor of the Lady Cats. Second half's next on K105.
I'm not here to fire you up. If you're not already fired up, you shouldn't be in this room. If this victory isn't worth all you have to give, then leave. But now, right now is your chance to be a part of a victory the world will remember forever. Victory over cancer. This victory isn't just happening. It isn't inevitable.
What does hope mean?
Now is our time, your time. You may save someone you love.
Time is very precious.
Today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. A victory that is there for the taking. Grab it. How was that?
Now that was a great halftime speech. Let's go win.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Edmonson County leads Grayson County 26-16 as we get ready to start the second half of play. I think for Grayson County, you know, these first 2 to 3 minutes are going to tell the story. Because you've got to find a way to get some more offense outside of Jones and Perkins. Got to make your free throws. You just got to make some shots, though. It'll be interesting to see, do you go in on Williams as Hannah Smith gets the start in the second half of play for Grayson County. 3 top of the key by Van Meter, rattles in. That's a way to start it. Sutton Van Meter, her first points of the game. Not sure if that's exactly the play that Mike McClintock, and a foul from behind is called on Perkins. For Sydney, only her first, team's first. I don't know. We kind of have a good angle at that, but not saying it didn't happen, but I don't know. But that 3 by Sutton, huge, because we've seen she is one of those players similar to Sydney. I mean, really any shooter in the world is that way. The ball going through the net once is all they need to see. And now we're going to have an illegal screen. Carrie Ann Williams called for it at the top of the key. That's her third. Team's first. That is huge. And if I'm Mike McClintock, I draw up some play. We're going to Hannah Smith right now. And if Carrie Ann Williams blocks it into the first row, great. But you have the chance of her potentially. Instead, Perkins, a deep 3 from the near corner. Got it! Deep one for Sydney Perkins. That works as well. Timeout Edmonson County. It's a 4-point game. 26 26-22. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor, but I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
Edmonson County takes the timeout after Grayson County hits a pair of threes to start the third quarter of play. Kyrian Williams also in that sequence picked up a third foul. That's a nightmarish start for Edmonson County. What can Grayson County now do with it? You've brought it to within 4. Got to get some stops now and continue making shots. Cook blows right past Blainson as she comes up the near side of the floor, drives in on Smith, loses the ball, loose ball, jump ball, gonna stay. Smith went down low to grab it. So one thing with Jenna Cook, and we've seen this over the years, Cook probably the fastest player on the floor. She is lightning quick, but sometimes there is such a thing as too fast, and because of that, you almost just go too fast for your hands. Swihart in the near corner. She's the leading Edmonson County scorer with 10 first half points. Cook off to the right side to Swihart. Bounce pass into Williams. In on Smith off the left side. We're going to call a foul before the shot in on Smith. It's going to stay on the floor, and for Hannah, that's just her first, team's second. 7 minutes left in the third quarter of play. It is 26-22. Edmonson County up by 4. Got to get the ball in. Souders just ahead of the 5-second clock. Into Cook. She loses it. Goes into the hands of Perkins, who then loses it. It goes into the hands of Van Meter. Outlet pass. Bounce passing it to Jones across the far side as they switch sides. Grayson working from right to left on the radio dial. Top of the key. Van Meter. I'd been fine if she'd almost ripped a shot there. She made one. She's streaky. When she feels good, put it in. Grayson's hit a pair of threes to start the third quarter of play. Van Meter on the right side. Gets a screen from Smith. Off to Perkins. Inside to Blanton. Bounce pass to Perkins. Drives the lane. Floater is blocked by Williams on the inside. And a foul is going to be called on Cook. Or sorry, on Blanton on Cook. It's her first, team's third. That was one of those that Cook, being listed on the roster, is 5'2", and that might be being a little generous. Just the size disadvantage is what probably caused her to fall more so than quote-unquote a foul. Swihart double teamed at the half-court line. Top of the key to Browning. Picks up her dribble, swings it off left side to Cook, who takes an extra step. She let the defender go by, and in the process decided that she wanted to try and get a little closer on the shot. And when she did, that foot moved and slid with it. 26-22, Edmonson County up by 4 points. 6:08 left in the third quarter of play. Van Meter in between the circles. Calling for some help. Jones curls it around top of the key. Thought about the three. Drives right past 3 Lady Cougar. Lady Cat defenders. Lays it. Oh, it's missed on the inside. Loose ball rebound is a jump ball as Isabel Blanton and Swihart fight for it inside. And Blanton showing off a little bit of juice on the interior. 5:54 to go in the game here in this third quarter. 26-22. You're seeing a little bit of attitude here from Grayson County in this half. Maggie Cassidy re-enters for Edmonson County. Perkins to trigger. Bounce pass into the near corner to Blanton. Up top to Van Meter. Inside to Perkins. 3 near corner. Got it! 12 for Sydney Perkins. It's a 1-point game now at 26-25. Cook is then fouled. She tried to split the defenders. It's on Van Meter, and that is her third. Mike McClintock does not agree. Her third, that is the team's fourth as well. Cook at the top of the key. It's a 1-point game. Edmonton County still yet to score in this half. They're going to their best target of Williams. She didn't have great angle as the double team came. In on Browning, guarded by Jones. Up top to the right side to Williams, guarded by Smith. Good defense there by Hannah Smith. Up at the top side, screen set, feeding Williams on the inside. Williams curls around Smith, layup missed. Williams gets the rebound back, puts it up, shot's good, and she's fouled. Smith is called for the foul, her second, team's fifth. And Williams will go to the line to try and convert on the and one. Souders comes in place of Browning. For Edmondson, Allie Jennings is going to come into the game. It'll only be if Williams can make this free throw, which she does. Williams has 9 points, 29-25. Allie Jennings is going to come in place of Hannah Smith, who, you know what, gets a good hand clap from head coach Mike McClintock and deserves it. Did some really, really good things in that sequence. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Grayson County brought it to within one, something it hadn't been since 2-1. Jennings at the right elbow, gives it to Jones. Jones curls around in on Williams, shot it left side, might have been partially blocked, it's missed. And we're gonna have a jump ball on the rebound, and it is gonna be called on, and it's a jump ball possession, I believe it's to Edmondson. It is to Edmondson. I had to find the possession error there. We don't have a great angle of the scores table like I do at home. Because of that, I had to look and see if they have it on the scoreboard, and it is. 29-25, 4:54 to go in the game. Here in this third quarter of play, Grayson County outscored the Lady Cats 9-3 in the quarter. Swihart, not a great pass, got it to Souders. And Souders is trying to find some help. Van Meter coming, and a timeout going to be taken by Jody Booth with 4:42. Edmonson County all out of sorts on that possession, and because of that, Jody Booth just smartly takes a timeout. See if we can't find a quick score or two while we're talking. Again, if you're listening on K105, as a reminder, our coverage at some point is going to end. Just flip over to our YouTube channel and you'll be able to watch it. And if you don't have internet, I'm sorry. It's out of my control. My hands are tied. Owensboro defeats Davis County tonight 35-32. That is a final score. Central Hardin trails E-Town 18-12 at the end of the first quarter. That's a big boys basketball game happening up in the E-Town era. That was a three-pointer for Owensboro to defeat Davis County with 9.6 seconds to play in that ball game. 4:42 to go here in the third quarter. And they're changing the spot on the floor to pass it in. I was wondering why official, I think Brian Robinson, if my memory's right, is the official's name, was walking over to say something. I didn't know what the issue might have been, but he was just correcting the position of the floor. Up top, Perkins rips it away, no jump ball. Up top, Blanton comes away with a steal and then walks with it, and she did. She ended up making the layup, but the ball was bouncing around. She got it, and she walked with it. She broke through. Great defense, though, by Isabel Blanton. Defensively for Grayson County, I've been pretty impressed with how they've played. I mean, a lot of Edmonson County's points have come on threes and free throws. Cook blows right past Blanton, kicks it to the near corner. Up top to Souders, ball fake for her. Swings it off left side, feeding Williams at the free throw line. Up top to Swihart, gives it back to Cook. Little stutter step, Cook stripped by Blanton. I like the defense, especially from Isabel Blanton. I think she's played well. They feed Williams to the post, misses the layup, rebounded by Van Meter for Grayson County. Van Meter's got to find help and loops it off to the near side here to Bree Jones. 29-25, Edmondson has the 4-point advantage against Grayson County here in this 12th district opener. Driving in, Jones, it's stripped and it's going to stay with Grayson County. Edmonson County has won 8 of the last 9 against Grayson County, including 5 straight. Second longest win streak against the Lady Cougars in program history. The last one came right around the turn of the century. Perkins, bounce pass into the near corner to Jennings. Up top to Jones, into the near corner to Perkins. Perkins curls it around, drives in, loses it, and it's picked up by Souders. Souders going 2-on-2 up the far side of the floor, in on Van Meter, who has 3 fouls, has to be careful, but reaching in and taking away is Isabel Blanton. Blanton looped it off to Van Meter, and a foul is called on Sutton Van Meter. And that's her 4th with 3:39 to go in the third quarter. Peyton Bowman will come in, and that'll be also 2 shots for Edmondson. That is a tough foul on Sutton. That was just a loose ball scrum, and I don't know. That's a tough one, and Mike McClintock wants a 30-second timeout, and he's going to take the 30-second timeout to ask the official. And the official immediately holds up a a stop sign, and this timeout is okay, now here comes, it was more of a wait a second, let me do it. For Van Meter, though, that is her 4th foul, and it is going to be free throws here. Mike McClintock still talking to the official. This entire timeout is his way of getting an explanation for what was not a great call. Van Meter will come to the bench with those 4 fouls. 3:39 left in the third quarter. It'll be Jenna Cook to shoot 2. And that's almost the double-edged sort, the extra part of this is that 2 free throws come for Edmondson, and Cook makes the first. Second chance, no good, off the back of the iron. Long rebound is off of Cook, and it's going to go towards Grayson. Cook went diving after it and almost got there, but her hand was bracing herself up, and it was out of bounds, and she reached out with the left hand to try and save it in, but good call by both the officials. We're right there on that sideline. We had a great angle out of it. 3:31 left in the third quarter. It's 30-25. Far corner, Perkins, catch and shoot 3. It is no good. Rattles around. Jennings rebound, and then is fouled by 2 Edmonson County players. We'll see who it's called on, and it is on Williams. That is her 4th. Huge foul in the game there. And Allie Jennings going to go to the line. Jody Booth not happy with the call. Jennings 2 of 4 from the stripe. First one good. Julie Norris comes in place of Carrie Ann Williams. When Williams has been on the bench, it's really been, I bet the plus minus is in favor of Carrie Ann Williams drastically. Jennings' second free throw is missed. Long rebound chased down by Blanton, and then she walks with it beforehand is the call. Mike McClintock can't believe it. She walked because she fell on from behind. Somebody fell on her from behind. I'm not sure I've seen Coach Mack so upset. The Lady Cougar faithful as well, unhappy. Pass knocked in, and it's out of bounds off of Edmondson. They knocked it in. Jones knocked it right back into the hands of Shelby Souders. So they say the ball is a weird way of finding its way back into the rightful place. 30-26. It's been a wild sequence here in this third quarter. It's Grayson Edmondson. What more really needs to be said? Jones in between the circles. Over to the right side to Bowman. Top of the key to Blanton. Has it off into the corner to Jones. Jones fakes the drive, now curls around the side at the free throw line, loses it, and it goes into the hands of Swihart. Swihart then is double teamed, and a foul is going to be called on Bree Jones, I think. That's her second. I thought Jones had a little bit more of the ball. To the line is Swihart, 2 of 2 in the game. Edmondson's only made 1 field goal in this third quarter of play. First one, good. Mike McClintock and Brian Jones, the assistant coach for Grayson, having a long conversation on the bench. In the meantime, Swihart knocks in both free throws. She's got 12. Grayson County trails by 6, 32-26. Setting up a play. Jones in between the circles, running the point as the 8th grader. Into Blanton in the near corner. Blanton guarded by Edmonson County. Back now to Perkins, who's guarded by Swihart. Back out front now goes Perkins, off to the right side, off the hands of Bowman. She's able to run it back down. Gives it back to her 8th grade counterpart, Bree Jones, who backs right off near the half-court line to reset up this play. Jones to Blanton. Blanton up top to Perkins. Inside to Narvaez, ball's poked back. Narvaez gets it back to Perkins. Floater inside the free throw line is too hard. Rebound on the inside. Perkins had it. It's a loose ball and it's a scrum, and you got to call a jump ball here. And they are. It was one of those that ball was going to keep on bouncing around, and they're going to have to call a jump ball on somebody. It's going to stay with Grayson. No one had a clear grab on it. Right in front of the Grayson County cheerleaders and student section. It's a bounce pass to Narvaez. Right side to Jones. Inside to Narvaez. Wide open. Narvaez shot right side. Good from Ella Narvaez. Back to a 4-point game now. 32-28. About 2 minutes left in the third quarter of play. Souders up the top of the floor. Guarded by Bowman. Bowman got her hand in. Poked it away. Souders was able to go back. And now reading the passing lane. Taken away by Jones. Jones down the left side. Shot is missed. Rebounded by Bowman. And she is fouled on the interior by Souders. Jones was fouled about 3 times on the drive. Mike McClintock was wanting to know where the call is, but instead it's a foul on the floor. I believe they're going to call it on Souders, her second, only the team's third. Remain on the floor. (32-28), 1:43 to go in the third quarter of play. Perkins bounce pass to Blanton. Over to the far side to Bowman, who threw it inside. It's off of Edmonson County. It's going to stay with Grayson. Good call there by the official. Again, that's one of those, I don't necessarily love being in the spot we are here, but myself and the official had the best angle on anybody to see that. And he made the right call. Perkins to Narvaez. Narvaez drives back to Perkins. Near side three is up, and it is good. Perkins puts in the three from the near corner. She's got 3 in the quarter, and it's a 1-point game now. 32-31. Edmonson County steps out of bounds, but before stepping out of bounds, it's going to be a foul on Blanton. Her second in free throws coming again for Edmonson County. Tough break there for Blanton, who I mean, listen, the defender of the game has got to go to Isabel Blanton right now. She has been playing spectacular. Swihart's first free throw is good. Edmonson County, the credit should be given. They have been shooting the free throw at a high level. Browning in, Souders comes out for Edmonton. This would be to make it back to a 3-point game. And it is good. 34-31, 1:20 left in the third quarter of play. Grayson County trails by 3 points. They trailed by as much as 13 in this game. Perkins off to the right side to Jones. Doesn't get a screen. Instead, Jones blows right past the defender, lays it in on the right side. Nice layup by the 8th grader Bree Jones, who moves into double figures with 10 points. Here comes the defense. Swihart was going towards the bench, realized that hadn't been working very well, loses the ball, falls down with it, and she's out of bounds. How about the energy from Mike McClintock as well? As what happened on that play is she fell down, and when she did, her elbow landed on the baseline, which is absolutely the right call. 34-33, 50 seconds left in the third quarter of play. Grayson County has a chance to get to their first lead since 1-0. 3 far side Perkins, it's too long. Long rebound is out of, no, it's fighting for it, and a foul is called on Isabel Blanton. And that's going to be free throws. Jenna Cook, is she injured? I think she might be cramping. As they're right now, Kennedy Swihart is massaging her calf. I hope it's a cramp and not a calf injury. As a Bengals fan, I don't need a calf injury. That's gonna bring back bad memories. Carrie Ann Williams is gonna come into the game. She has 4 fouls. Storyline dimension. It'll be Blanton, her third. 2 shots coming, and Williams is gonna get the free throws. I believe, doesn't McClintock get to pick since it's an injured player? Maybe he picked Williams, who misses the first. That would have not been the player I would have picked. I probably would have gone, well, I mean, Edmonton, they're all good at shooting their free throws. Maybe Cassidy, she's 0 of 2 on the season. Williams makes the second. 35-33, Edmonton County up 2, and I absolutely, you're driving right in on Williams here. You're trying to get her out of the game if you're Grayson. That's at least what I'm drawing up. If she blocks you, she blocks you. You're down by 2. You're feeling good spirits here if you're Grayson. Jones feeds it inside, poked away, and Williams has it over top of Blanton. It's good defense by Edmonton County, and I'd imagine they'll hold for the final shot and try and take at least the 2-point lead. Curling in to Williams at the free throw line, splits defenders, and a foul is called on the drive, and Williams is going to go back to the free throw line. Foul called on Perkins. That is her second. 2 shots again coming for Carrie Ann Williams. .3 on the clock here in the third quarter. First one, nothing but net there by Williams. That makes it a 3-point game now. 16.3 on the clock. And if I'm Jody Booth, I bet the sub is for Williams at the table. And it is no good. She misses it. Blanton's got the rebound here with 13 seconds left in the third quarter of play. Bowman shoved from behind by Edmonson County. And it's called on Cassidy. That is her third, only the team's fourth. And that might have been something by Jody Booth to get Carrie Ann Williams out of the game with since she has 4 fouls, and might have told Cassidy to foul. Because last thing he wants is in these closing seconds of the quarter for Williams to foul out of the game. 10.7 on the clock. Jones has it in the backcourt. Grayson County trails by 3 points. 6 seconds and counting now. 4 seconds. They got to go. 3 seconds. They give it off to Bowman with 1 second. They give it into Perkins. 3 at the buzzer in the far corner is no good, short. And that is the end of the third quarter of play. She got a good look, but Grayson County trails 36-33 at the end of 3. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected? Here we go! Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready, because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
Has a deficit 36-33 as we start the fourth quarter of play, and now here comes my worst nightmare. If you've listened to my games over these last couple of years, you know that not necessarily a fan of country music in Alabama, and Edmonson County love it down here. It will be Edmonson County ball. Luckily, we only listened to about 15 seconds of it. I'm sure in the boys' game we'll have to listen to about 45 minutes of it, it'll feel like to me. We start the fourth quarter of play. Grayson County trails by 3 points, 36-33. They played a very good third quarter of play, outscored the Lady Cats 17-10. Inside to Williams, guarded by Jennings. Williams spins in the lane, the shot's good. Grayson County just does not have somebody that can match up with Williams. Williams does have 4 fouls. Van Meter for Grayson is in the game with 4 fouls. Interesting story to watch. Jones drives in, pulls up from the free throw line. The shot is short. Long rebound chased down by Perkins right at the half-court line. Perkins off to the right side. Jones, who's had a really solid game. Jones will try it again from the free throw line. It pops in and out again. Rebound on the floor. Falling down with it was Williams. Probably should have been a walk. And it's instead goes into the hands of Souders for Edmonson County. Souders up the far side of the floor, guarded by Jones. Needs to find help. Finds it off into the far corner, and a foul called on Perkins. That'll be Perkins' third. Team's first of the fourth quarter of play. Foul trouble for Grayson. We mentioned 4 on Van Meter. You've got 3 on Blanton, Narvaez, Jennings, and now Perkins. Jenna Cook comes back in for Edmonson County. You've got 4 on Williams, 3 on Cassidy. That's really only the foul trouble on Grayson County. And a walk at the top of the key called on Jenna Cook. And the ball heads back towards Grayson. They trail by 5 points, 38-33. 7:05 left in this fourth quarter of play. It started just about as bad as it could have started for Grayson County. They trailed 14-1 at one point in this game after being fouled on their opening possession on a 3-point shot. They only went 1 of 3 from the line. And since that point, in that first half of play, it was all Edmonton, but Grayson has fought back to make this a game. Jones lowers the shoulder, flips it up right side too hard, rebounded by Williams on the interior. Williams Bounce pass back now to Cook. Cook guarded by Jones. Jones trying to get a steal as Cook weaves through, and Jones knocks it out of bounds, and it's going to be off of Cook, and it's going to head towards Grayson County. 38-33, 6:41 left here in this fourth quarter of play. The boys' game will follow. Off to the right side to Jones, into the far corner. Perkins, she couldn't field it cleanly, and it's knocked out of bounds by Swihart. Not a clean field. 6:31 left in the fourth quarter of play. It is 38-33. Jones into Van Meter. In between the circles, Sutton Van Meter has the basketball for Grayson. She's got 4 fouls, and because of that, has not played a lot in this game. Jones blocked by Cook on her shot, and Cook running 1-on-3 in on Blanton. Cook runs right over Blanton, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Jenna Cook. That'll be her second, team's first of the fourth quarter of play. Again, I've mentioned it multiple times now. Isabel Blanton has played a fantastic game defensively. I've been very impressed with her because I think even a couple of her fouls, not sure how I necessarily felt about them being necessarily fouls. In between the circles, Van Meter off to the right side to Perkins. Perkins pulls up 18 feet, and it's way too long, and it hits the top of the backboard and goes out of bounds. The boys' game will follow. As it comes back here with 6:03 left in the fourth quarter of play. Driving down the right side, Swihart loses it, goes into the hands of Perkins for Grayson County. Perkins going with pressure up the far side of the floor, gives it off to Van Meter, who immediately had Souders in her face. Inside to Jennings. Jennings flips it back off to Van Meter. Van Meter back now to Jennings, off to Blanton at the top of the key. Gives it to Jones in the near side, 5:40 left to go in the game. Grayson County trails. And now Jennings takes a three at the top of the key, and it is missed short. I don't know that's the shot, Mike McClintock, but the ball's poked away from behind by Jones, back into the hands of Grayson County. Perkins breaks the timeline at the logo. Back and forth this ball goes. Perkins spins down the lane, in on the shot, and it is no good. Rebounded by Norris for Grayson County. Grayson County's just not getting good shots in this quarter at all. Cook lets the defender go by, 18 feet right side, bottom of the net. Timeout taken here by Jody Booth, and it is 40-33. Edmonson County up by 7, 5:13 to go. It's Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Grayson County trails 40-33, 5:13 to go in this fourth quarter of play. It's just been some poor shot selection here in this quarter that has really told the story early on in this quarter of play, and has allowed Edmonson to pull back apart at that lead as they have outscored the Lady Cougars 4-0 in this quarter. It's 40-33 with 5:13 to go here in quarter number 4. Sam Gormley here with you on the call on K105 and K105 Digital Productions. We will have, as a reminder, our K105 coverage will dip out at some point. I'm looking down. It's pretty much our system has a battery, and our charger to said battery has decided it wanted to stop working. And it's not something I can fix unless I got like a soldering iron, and you don't need me doing that. So because of that, our battery will die at some point. Over to the far side, Jones is stripped by Swihart. Swihart down the far side, in on Jones. She loses it out of bounds. Van Meter's got it, though. And now she's fouled by Edmonson County. I think that'll be on Cook on that far side. Cook will pick up her third. Was it a foul? Maybe it wasn't. I guess it was just out of bounds on Cook. I thought I saw a foul whistle. I guess it was just out of bounds was the whistle. 4:50 to go, you're down by 7. I mean, there's a lot of time left to play for Grayson, but you got to start finding the bottom of the net. Up top to Blanton, to Van Meter on the left wing. Van Meter drives in, gets the hole on the right side, flip shot, it's missed again for Grayson. Those shots have been there, they just haven't fallen today. A lot of them have gone in and out as well. Inside pass knocked away, loose ball, and Jones has it. Loops it off to Perkins, diving after. She's got it. She saves it in. Gives it to Jones. Here comes Grayson County up the far side of the floor. Jones into the far corner for the Lady Cougars and back up top. 4:10 to go. Deep three by Perkins. Got it from the volleyball line. Perkins puts it in from the Green River. And it's a 4-point game now, 40-36. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Looping the pass off to Swihart on the left wing. Grayson trying to make things interesting. Williams drives in, and before the shot is fouled by Blanton. That'll be her fourth. Team's second of the quarter. (40-36). About halfway through our final quarter of play. Into Williams on the left side. Too hard on the layup. Rebound bouncing around into the hands of Jones. Grayson County doesn't have numbers. Jones runs right in front of Williams trying to pick up the fifth foul. Smart play. Three by Van Meter. It is too long. Rebound long. Chased down by Perkins in the corner. Up top now to Jones for Grayson County to run the point. Off to Blanton. She'll take the three on the right side. Got it! 1 point game, 40-39. Stripped in the backcourt. Loose ball and a fight for it, and it's a jump ball. Possession to Grayson. 6-0 run for the Lady Cougars. It's 40-39, 3:30 to go. The defense for Grayson County, I've been very, very impressed. They've been called for some fouls, but some of those you just have to take and give with how aggressive they're being on defense. Bounce pass into Green, who's back into the game for Grayson County. It's a 1 point game up top. Ball deflected. Van Meter was able to run it back down before cross the half-court line. Van Meter into the near corner here to Jones. Up top to Blanton. Blanton off right side to Perkins. Into the far corner, Van Meter. Up top to Green. Green drives down the right side, gets the whole shot, is partially blocked and rebounded on the inside by Swihart. 1 point game, 40-39. Edmonson County has led pretty much this entire game since it was 2-1. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We got zone now coming here from Grayson. As they cross it, throw it away. Williams trying to throw it to Cook on the near side, and Cook, who we touched on earlier, one of the smaller players in the court, couldn't recover. 2:54 left in the game. Grayson again has a chance to take their first lead since it was 1-0. Van Meter looks at the head coach, Mike McClintock, who spent a long time here at Edmonson County as both the head coach of their girls and boys. Green at the free throw line. Up top to Van Meter. Backs it off now to Jones. Jones drives in, splits the defenders, and on the split, a jump ball is going to be called, and possession will head towards Edmonson County. Mike McClintock, coached here for a very long time. He accumulated 160 wins in those games, coaching nearly 400 games. 40-39. Edmonson County up by 1 point. They feed Williams in the post. Over to the far side to Swihart. Edmonton more than fine with running some clock here. Williams shot, looked for a foul, and it wasn't there, and it's way short. Rebounded by Jones. Off to Van Meter, angling back towards the middle. She has it poked away by Cook, and now a foul's going to be called on Perkins as Cook ran right into her. And for Sydney, that will be her fourth. Team's third. 2:06 to go in the game. 40-39. Grayson County trails by 1 point. They have fought back to make this game interesting here on the road, trying to snap the losing streak against Edmonton. Top of the key pass to Souders. Guarded by Green. Over to the left wing, bounce pass back outside to Souders. Souders double teamed off to the left side into the far corner. Now feeding Williams in the post. Williams guarded by Blanton. Off to Souders. Souders to Norris from 10 feet far near side. It's good there by Julie Norris. She hadn't scored yet. Maybe makes her biggest shot of the game there as we approach the 92nd mark of the fourth quarter. It's 42-39. Jones inside to Perkins. Perkins down the right side, blocked by Williams on the interior. Cook has it up the far side for Edmonton. She falls down and flings it over to the far side of the floor. Norris up top here to Swihart. Mike McClintock calling for some defensive pressure with 1:20 to go and a 3-point deficit. Into the near corner, Souders. Zone pressure, and they break the zone with a basket to Cook, but she misses it on the inside. Cook then throws up a shot, and it is blocked out of bounds, they say, by Grayson on the inside. Allie Jennings comes back in. She does have 4 fouls. And a timeout is going to be taken by Mike McClintock with 1:10 to go. Edmonson County will have it underneath their own basket. It is 42-39. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected? Here we go! Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready, because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Out of timeout, Edmonton County has the ball. They pass it into Swihart in the corner. They feed Williams in the post. Nice defense by Jennings. It's 42-39. Grayson County trails by 3 points. 1 minute to go here in the game in Brownsville. Lady Cougars have fought back to make this game interesting. Swihart over to the right side to Cook. Cook guarded by Jones, and a foul is called on Jones at the top of the key. That is her third, team's fourth. Grayson had one foul to give. And you're looking at this right now. I mean, I think it's pick your poison. Norris is got the least amount of experience shooting free throws. She's 1 of 2 on the year. That might be the player that you'd want to foul if given the chance. Up top, almost poked away. Got about 45 seconds left to go. Be interesting to see when Mike McClintock will call for a foul regardless, though, down by 3. Cook weaves around Jones. Gives it back up top to Norris. 3, top of the key. It is good. It rattles in. That is a dagger of a 3 by Julie Norris. Probably not a good shot to take. But now it's a 6-point game. 3 deep to answer by Perkins is short. Long rebound out of bounds off of Grayson County, and it's going to go towards Edmondson. I don't know how that ball dropped for Julie Norris. Edmondson has had a couple of those that have hit every part of the rim and then dropped in, whereas Grayson has had some of those that have not dropped in. 26.4 to go. It is 45-39. Edmonton County has the lead, and that might do it, because I think if you're Grayson, you're going to have to go for some stops here to try and force something, a turnover, which you've had success in. But Edmonton County has hit their free throws at a high level today. Some score updates to bring you. Bowling Green survives against Glasgow 56-49. Final score in girls basketball. North Hardin in girls basketball, 93-3 was the final score of that game, defeating Fort Knox. Wow. Wow. I don't know really what more can be said than that. I'm trying to see if I can find a score of the Butler County-Whitesville Trinity game, but I haven't seen one come through. If I see one, I'll be sure to bring it to you. Out of the timeout, 26.4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And if you're just joining us, our radio coverage will, I can't say probably, it will not happen for the boys game. Our charger is broken here, but we will still have YouTube coverage. And so make sure you subscribe to the K105 YouTube channel, and you can watch the game that way. It'll be the same as what you'd hear on the radio. Bounce pass into Cook. Cook is quickly double-teamed. Almost got the jump ball. They give it back to Souders with 20 seconds left to go. Souders needs to find help, and a timeout taken here by Jody Booth with 18.9 seconds on the clock. $18.9 to go here in this game. It's 45-39. And the time is not in favor of Grayson County after Julie Norris just made that 3 from the top of the key. Norris 1 of 6 on threes this season, but she gets a major shooter's role on that shot from the top that, as of right now, is the dagger. But if you look at this, Grayson, I think there's a lot to like if you're this Lady Cougar team in this game. You fought back. It started off terribly, and Grayson County trailed 14-1 at one point and just ran out of time and couldn't quite make the comeback in this game, as it is 45-39. You see here, somebody has commented saying that Butler County Whitesville Trinity is actually going to be tomorrow night. I've missed that update. Thank you, Melody, for commenting on Facebook, letting us know that. That would explain why I haven't seen an update. I found it odd that I hadn't seen one come through, but that would explain things. I hope everything's okay on that realm as to why it got pushed to tomorrow night. Mike McClintock is pleading the case to the official Brian Robinson about something right now. I'm not entirely sure as to what. I guess said Bree Jones was too close to Souders to pass it in. Souders gives it in to Swihart, and Swihart is double teamed and loops it off to Souders with 15 seconds, throws it up to Cook. Cook inside, Jennings knocked it right back into Cook, and then Jennings is going to foul Cook with 10.6. That'll be 5 on Allie. No, correction, that's only 4 on Allie Jennings. And Cook will go to the line to make, and really one free throw will clinch this game. First one is no good for Cook. That keeps the sliver of hope open there for Grayson, because, I mean, one free throw does it. Because that would make it 7, that would make it 3 possessions, and 10.6 for 3 possessions, that's not going to be easy. Cook makes the second. That might be the game. They'll give it into Sutton Van Meter with 8 seconds, and a walk is going to be called in the backcourt on Bree Jones, and that will do it. Edmonson County is going to win this game. They'll move to 1-0 in district play, 5-0 overall, matching their longest stretch of wins to start a season since the 17-18 season. Bounce pass in. The ball is spiked into the Edmonson County student section. 9 seconds to go in the game. Souders, handoff pass to Cook, who is found from behind by Jones. That'll be 4 on Bree Jones. Back to the line goes Jenna Cook to shoot 2. Game number 2 of our doubleheader will follow this one here today. Again, radio coverage will not be on K105. We will not have any radio coverage of that, but if you're watching, just stick with where you're watching. A new broadcast will begin, but if you're on YouTube, it should automatically shift into the new broadcast. Second one coming by Cook is good. She makes them both. It's 48-39. This is going to be one of these games the score does not tell the whole story. Jones at the top of the key with 4 seconds. Loops it off to Perkins, who's double teamed, gives it to Blanton, and that is that. Edmonson County defeats Grayson County in game number 1 of our doubleheader by a final score of 48-39. We'll come back and wrap it up after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
I'm not here to fire you up. If you're not already fired up, you shouldn't be in this room. If this victory isn't worth all you have to give, then leave. But now, right now is your chance to be a part of a victory the world will remember forever. Victory over cancer. This victory isn't just happening. It isn't inevitable.
What does hope mean?
Now is our time, your time. You may save someone you love.
Time is very precious.
Today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. A victory that is there for the taking. Grab it. How was that?
Now that was a great halftime speech. Let's go win.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected? Here we go! Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready. because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Welcome back here to Edmonson County High School, where it is the Edmonson County Lady Cats that defeat Grayson County in game number 1 of our doubleheader by a final score of 48-39. This is one of these that Grayson County fell behind and just couldn't quite come back in the game. I will say this just because I'm looking right down, and as if you've been listening with us the entire time, I've been explaining that our radio coverage is going to end at some point. And I look right now, and I said that it was because our charger is broken. And I've been looking at this battery level. We're at 8% right now. So what I am probably going to end up doing is if Coach Mack doesn't come in the next couple of minutes, we will probably automatically just end the radio broadcast. Well, now it's gone back to 10, so maybe it's going in the right direction. And here's me talking about it. We're going to hope to have Coach Mack's interview on this broadcast for you on K105. Remember to go to K105, the radio station, and K105 YouTube, and you'll be able to watch Game 2 between the Cougars and Cats of Edmonson County. Again, your final score is 48-39. The scoring from this game, Edmonson County, Swihart had 14, 13 for Williams, 12 for Cook. For Grayson County, Sydney Perkins, 18 points, 10 for Bree Jones. The rest of the scoring, 3 Van Meter, 3 Jennings, 3 Blanton, and 2 for Narvaez in this game. Cougar boys in Edmonson County about ready to roll. Last time those two teams met on the hardwood, well, it was interesting. None to say the least. It was interesting. Let's take a break. Hopefully get a chance to talk to Coach Mack after this. And if you're listening on the radio and it just automatically shuts off, I apologize. That means that our internet or our battery level has decided that it's done for the evening. Final score again, 48-39. We'll take a break, come back with more as this is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back. We
are
United
Way.
We are neighbors, helping neighbors. In communities around the world, when disaster strikes, we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever. Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
Some days are just better than others.
I think you should go talk to someone.
It's not that easy.
Have you been thinking about suicide? You can talk to me, Dad.
It's been a tough couple of months.
The governor has declared a state of emergency, and evacuation is now underway as the storm approaches. The National Weather Service has issued a warning as it monitors this storm. Move to the following counties their fortune seekers.
Convoy of Hope is ready to help you prepare for the next storm. Visit convoy.org/prepare.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Grayson County Lady Cougars fall 48-39 in game number 1 of our doubleheader today. The Cougar boys about ready to take on Grayson County, coming off of their biggest win in a while. Big win over number 2 Ohio County, 72-57 earlier this week, and it wasn't that close. Grayson just absolutely dominated the team on their home floor in that game. So Grayson County is 2-1. Edmonson County 2-2. It's been an up and down start to the year. Beat Allen County, Scottsville to start the year. Beat Fort Knox in a tight game and has lost Cumberland County and Franklin Simpson since that point. The Franklin Simpson loss on the road, a tight one last time out. Okay, if you're listening to us on K105, the radio station, well, it still says 9% now, so maybe we'll keep it rolling a little bit. We are going to, if you're watching on K105 Digital Productions, our stream is going to end and begin a new one to get ready for game number 2, and we'll hopefully get a chance to start off the next broadcast with Coach Mack and get you ready for that game. So again, if you're listening on K105, I'm going to keep you as long as I can. But again, your score right now, the final score of game number 1 is 48-39. If you're watching, actually, yeah, Coach Mack can come up, and actually we'll just talk to him really quick because he's poking up his head right now, and we'll just bring him directly on air. That works as well. As we'll hand it over, and I can give him the book too. Is we're right now on air, Coach. I'm going to unmute you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you want that while we're talking or not.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Final score tonight was 48-39. Here, I can do it. I can just put it right there because I think we'll both kind of look at it. I thought that, this game was eerily similar to the 2 games played here in Brownsville a year ago, where the offense in the first quarter just really, really struggled.
Yeah.
But the difference tonight is those previous 2 games, it never was close again. You got to be happy with your team's fight back.
Look, our athletic director just talked to him, said that's the hardest he'd ever seen them play. And I agree with him. That's one of the hardest playing teams I've ever coached. And I'm proud of every one of them. Ones that didn't get in there as much as others gave us good time. So, there's things we got to fix, obviously, but I'm proud of them. If they keep practicing like they're doing and hard and playing in these games this hard, we'll be all right going down the stretch.
I thought the player that might have stood out the most, she only scored 3 points, but I thought she was, especially defensively, was Isabel. I thought she gave you some really good defense. I know a lot of players did, but she really stood out to me. She had 4 fouls or something. I'm not sure she's had 4 fouls in 4 years playing that, but some of them I don't know, but still, we're not here to discuss that. But I thought her defensively, she was playing aggressive.
I thought, actually, I thought all of them were playing good defensively. We got down, I think, 11-1. We were 1 for 11, I think, in the first quarter. And I can't remember what we had. But the other thing that kind of hurt was we only had 3 turnovers at the half. We ended up with 13. So, coming down the stretch. And it could be they're playing so hard, Sam, that they're getting tired. I'm going to have to go deeper, I think, and give girls breaks. They don't want breaks, but they got to take them because they just play so hard. And I can't, listen, we're going to miss shots. Every team's going to miss shots. But one thing you can bring every possession, every night, is effort. And they do that. So I have no complaints about it. And then I went in there again and told them, I said, look, I'm not down on you guys at all. Yeah, I like to win. I like to be 1-0 in the district. But, we got them again. We'll do some different things. But, I just thought we played real hard. And there was some – I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, we don't need you to get in trouble. Williams,
yeah.
I thought you all did a pretty good job on her.
Yeah.
She's a really good player.
Oh, yeah.
She's smooth. Her dad obviously works with her a lot.
Yeah.
Luckily, she's a better player than he is.
Yeah.
But, you did a pretty good – held her to 13. I'm sure if I'd have told you 13 for her, you'd probably said I'd take it.
Oh, yeah. And, stuck Hannah in there. Hannah Smith, and she gave us great minutes. That's what I'm saying. I haven't even had her on the floor that much, but by God, she went in there and held her own, and Allie and Kennedy did a good job on her. I have no, Ella getting in foul trouble, I think, hurt us a little bit because, she's been playing so good for us here lately. So, but we're going to be all right, Sam. I just got to get them back up, with holding their heads up.
On Monday at Hart County, I know that they have a guard who is
players are in the region.
Really good. I feel like she's been there for 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the 5th region teams say the same thing. How do you take tonight, though, and build upon it against a good test on Monday?
We're going to get together sometime over the weekend and go over game plan. And, it's like I told them, I said, we don't have much time to worry about this game. We got to get ready for Monday.
Coach, I appreciate it. We will see
problem.
you on Monday.
All right.
That's
thanks.
head coach.
And I got to do a better job of coaching. I'll put it that way, too.
Coach Mack there. If you're watching on K105 Digital Productions, that'll end our stream as this is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.